Hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me and thank you for joining today to this webinar. My name is Diana. I'm going to be giving this webinar about the reports that you can generate or you can use, download, or share through ReiFax, okay? Now, please let me know if you can see my screen good, if you can also see my cursor moving around. I guess that you can hear me okay. Remember that there is a chat icon here on the Zoom. You can ask your questions or ask anything. Also a Q&A part of the system. Type your questions there and I can see them, okay? I think that we are good, that I can start. I think that you can see my screen. Let me know if you can't, okay? Excellent. So let's start. First of all, the reports and the dashboard is something that you have access regardless whatever is the product that you have on ReiFax. If you have the basic that is platinum or professional dialer, you can use and see the information in your dashboard and you can use the reports that we offer, okay? The only thing that you need to do is log in. So if you are already logged in like I am, just click on account control panel. But if you haven't logged in, then log in, it will be say here, login. Use your credentials and the system will take you to the control panel, okay? Now, in the control panel, the first thing that you need to do to enter your dashboard, that will be clicking here, okay? This little icon of information pop-ups as soon as you put the cursor there. The counter takes you inside the dashboard. So if you click there, you will see that to your left, you are in your dashboard tab. The dashboard is like a summon of all the information that your account or your assistance account have, okay? For example, first thing that you will notice here, if you guys have access, okay? For example, to send the contracts, then you can send at least 50 new contracts daily, okay? Only if you have the professional dialer, then you can also skip trace and send text messages through your Plivo line, the phone line that we provide. So you have 500 skip trace that you can do monthly and 500 text messages through Plivo that you can send monthly, okay? These two comes with the professional dialer. This comes with any subscription and also the ability to download, to export records from the system. That is 5,000 properties that you can export, creating your template and downloading that, okay? So the limits are the first things that you are going to see right here at the top in your dashboard. Of course, again, if you see the pop-up for information, if you enter there, it will also show you all the contracts that you have sent, okay? You can filter for a period of time to a specific address. It's up to you. For example, I can go back maybe 1 year ago and see all the contracts that I have sent since March last year until now. I can filter and then I can see them, okay? Right there. That's it. If you want to copy the URL or to have the PDF, you can do it, okay? For example, if I copy one URL and then I open it, it will open for me the actual PDF contract that I sent in that specific date. That was March, few days ago, last month, actually. You see, the contract that I sent. So you have the ability to copy here the URL and maybe share this again, send it again, whatever you need, okay? Let's go back. And here, through the properties, the downloaded properties, you can also see how many properties you have downloaded or exported into your account. Again, try to filter for a period of time or the properties that you have downloaded from ReiFax only or the ones that you have downloaded from Deal Generator. Remember that these two together, the limit is for 5,000, okay? So if you download 5,000 properties from ReiFax, you don't have any properties to download from deal generator in that month, during that month, okay? You need to wait until your next payday or next monthly billing. Again, filter by address or date, and then you can see all the properties that you have downloaded. This comes with each account, meaning my main account, that is this one, has this limit, okay? So I can download from here 5,000 records. But if you want, remember that you have the option to open assistance accounts. Those are second users, second access from your main account. But there you will also have the ability to download again, to send 50 contracts, to download the 5,000 properties, send the text messages, skip trace, and all, okay? There it is. So you can control here and actually see the information from each account. Also, only guys, if you have the follow-up, you can see here the information that you have stored in your follow-up. How many properties you have added as bind. Remember that bind is a type of follow-up that you can select as soon as you add the properties there. Or how many properties you have added as selling, or how many you have added as prospecting, and how many are inside your follow-up is as a type of listing, okay? And then based on that, how many of those are active, non-active, how many of those are by owner, meaning that they are off the market, how many have expired, and how many are sold already, okay? From each category, that's it. If you keep scrolling down, you will see this particular graphic is where you can see all the tasks in your follow-up, all the tasks that you have either sent or the ones that you have received. As you can see today, I haven't done anything. Let's see, last week, nothing. Last month, there it is. So during last month, I sent 4 text messages and I made 12 calls. Remember, my account is for this kind of webinar, so you are not going to see too much activity here. But in your case, if you have already done something today, you will see if you have sent documents or if you have received documents, okay? If you have sent them, you will see everything with a green bar. But if you have received anything, then it will be a blue bar, okay? You can also select this from a period of time and a specific time period that you want to select, okay? Date from and date to. Filter, and that's it. The graphic will take that information only about the tasks that you have executed in your follow-up, okay? Now, the last graphics right here at the bottom are for the follow-up documents, meaning the documents that you have sent, only documents. Remember that here is about all the kind of tasks that you can do through the follow-up, but here is only about the documents. And about those documents, which one have you also sent with a specific additional documents? For example, if you send a contract with a proof of fund or with an earnest money deposit, addendums, you can again select here if you have sent anything today or last week or last month, you will see it right there, okay? Or between, it will show you exactly how many contracts and how many addendums you have sent as well. And you can select here to see it as well, but only based on the type of properties that you have added in your follow-up. So only the buying ones, or only the listing ones, or the ones that were as selling, or the ones that were as prospecting, okay? There you can see it. And next, you can also see in your dashboard how many how many pending tasks you have to complete today, or how many are still pending since last week, or how many are still pending since last month, or between any period of time, okay? So if you have a lot of pending tasks that you haven't completed, you can see how many of those. Let's say that you have 3 calls to make today, so they will show right here, okay? That will be how the graphic works in this case, how the dashboard works. And again, remember that you can filter here to see the information from any of your accounts, your main account, in this case mine, or any assistance accounts. And remember that you can open assistance through ReiFax in your settings. They have an extra charge for either $50 monthly or $100 extra monthly, depending if you want to have the ability or to make calls, okay, and send text messages through those assistance accounts. That will be the difference. I don't see any questions here about the dashboard. Let me know, please, if anybody has a question, and I will repeat. Okay, no questions, so let's continue. To go back to the control panel, you can either click on the greenhouse upper left or click on this little arrow to go back, and it will take you again to the control panel or where you were before, okay? Now, let me move this away. Good. Let's enter then directly to your ReiFax account, and let's work with the reports that you can generate, that you can save, or you can share with anybody, okay? So first of all, click on ReiFax in your product, either if it's Platinum, Professional, or Professional Dialer like me. As soon as you do that, you will see that to your left, we are located now on the search area, okay? So first of all, you can see at the top upper right here, the different kind of reports that you can generate through the search tab, okay? If you don't have this one, that is an absorption rate report, it's because you don't have permissions in your account for realtors. This report is something that is allowed only to users that are realtors. So if you are a realtor and you haven't let us know your license number, please contact us, okay? That way we can grant you the permissions. The license, it only needs to be active. That's it. Okay, so let's start. Let's go first of all with this one, the absorption rate report. To use it, to generate it, you just need to select an area directly on the map. So for example, let's stay here on Miami-Dade, and let me just zoom in. Let's say I'm interested right here on this area, all of this area right here. So I want to generate a report, and I'm going to use the polygon for that. I want to go from here to here, to here, here, here. Oops, here. So this is the area that I am more interested in, okay? Only this area. So you just select or drew a shape in your map, okay? Selecting the area that you're interested in, and then use the reports right here at the top. First of all, I have a question. The absorption rate report means that it will show you a distribution, okay, of the type of property that you decide in this area, comparing that with the county, okay? Let me show you. Let me show you exactly the information that will be there. Let's wait for this to generate. There it is, okay? So the report takes all the total properties, okay, in both areas, the subject area versus the county where that area is located. And you can see how many of those properties were sold and how many of those were foreclosure sold, okay? So the absorption rate report, it will be exactly that difference, okay? Is the difference between the properties that were sold less than the properties that were sold through foreclosure, okay? So the total less is the absorption rate, okay, report. That will be a quantity and a percentage that you can see directly on the subject area or the county area right here. You can see the average of the properties that were sold in both areas, the ones that are active for sale, okay, and the month of inventory for these type of properties. That is what it means. You're welcome. Excellent. So based on these amounts, okay, either for quantity and percentage, you can see also the graphics right here. It will tell you the amounts, and it will tell you the percentage, okay? Remember, the total, it will be the total properties, and then this percentage right here for each category. Let's scroll down. You can see here the total sold, the total foreclosure sold, the total sold less than the foreclosure sold. That will be the absorption rate report, okay, or the absorption rate. the active ones and the month of inventory. Now, right here below, you can also see, sorry, based on the amount of the sales, okay, how many properties were sold based on if they were up to $100,000, if they were sold for more than that amount, or between these two amounts, between these, you can see exactly how much, okay, for each area. Again, subject area, green area, counting area, it will be the blue area. If you scroll down, you will see the absorption rate graphic also right here, okay? Telling you about the properties that were sold based on the amounts, okay? The graphic for how much are the properties being sold in that particular area, okay? So, of course, I selected a super big area on the map, remember? I also took areas that are right here, so they might be super expensive, like these ones, okay? So that's why the report is showing me that there are some properties that goes up to more than 1 million. But for me, the majority that I'm maybe interested, it will be this one, okay? That depends on your target. This is what the report will show you, the absorption rate report, the first one. The report, any reports actually, you can save them or you can print it. So let me show you first. If you want to print them out or maybe even save them in your computer as a PDF file, click on print. If you have your, let me put this bigger. If you have your printer machine connected, then you will see it here on destination. Actually, can you see this? Let me see if you can actually see my full screen. I guess then now you can see it. So as soon as you click on print, it will open this particular tab. If you have your printer connected, then just print. But if you want, just select here, save as a PDF, and you can see the report, okay? Right there, generating all the information on the report, and you can save it in your computer. Just put a name and a description, and that's it, okay? It will be there. Now, as you can see right here at the top, something that I didn't mention is your information will be in that report if you want to share that with anybody. The system takes this from whatever is in your account profile. Let me show you again. If you go back to the control panel, click on account, and right here at the top, click on profile, and you can change this information. You can add your picture, your logo, and this is the one that is going to take, okay? So this is the one that I have there as a principal image. You can change your name, your email, your phone number. If you want to put any other information, click on edit to change it, okay? And then save the changes. And that is exactly what the report shows. The image that I wanted and the information that I want. Any question, guys, about the absorption rate report, please let me know. No questions so far? Good. So that is how you can print it or how you can save it as a PDF file. But if you don't want to save it in your computer, you can save it also right here in your ReiFax account on the system. So you can save and you can apply a name. I am going to call this absorption rate report, okay? And I'm going to put the date for the webinar. Today is what? April 8th. Good. Webinar. So I'm going to save it, and that's it. The document has been saved. Where can I find the document that I have saved, the report? Go back again to your control panel, and now click right here where it says documents. So you have your documents and you also have your contracts. In this case, this is the document that I have saved, you see? If you click on it, it will open directly on your computer a new tab showing you the report, okay? There it is. The same information that we already saw. Or if you want to share this, like send that report to anybody, just copy the URL again and then paste it on an email and just share that with anybody, like a link. As soon as they open the link, it will be this, okay? They will see exactly what you are seeing right now in my screen. And that is also how you can share that kind of information, okay? Let's go back. Now, I'm going to select a different county and a different area. Let's go, for example, now to Broward County. In Broward, I am interested in this area right here. So let me use this one, actually. This is a hand-free tool. There it is. That is the area that I'm more interested in. And I'm going to use for this one an X-ray report, okay? The X-ray, again, will show me a comparison between this area that I'm selecting and also the county. In this case, it will be Broward County. But it will show me a complete information. Remember that the absorption rate was only about for how much the properties were sold and the discount between the ones that were sold in a foreclosure, okay? In this case, I can see everything. I can see the total properties, okay, on the X-ray report. I can see the ones that were distressed, the ones that are pre-foreclosure, the ones that are foreclosed, the ones that are upside down, not in foreclosure, active for sale, and the ones that are owner-occupied and not owner-occupied, okay? And again, the subject area, the area that I selected on the map, that will be the green area, and the county, Broward County, the information will be the blue color, okay, for that. So I can see quantity and percentage for each area, and I can also see the graphics. Again, total properties in both areas. How many of those are distressed? How many of those are in pre-foreclosure? How many of those are considered foreclosed? Upside down, not in foreclosure, active for sale, owner-occupied. Oh, we have a misspell here. I will ask them to correct this. And not owner-occupied, okay? There it is. If you keep scrolling down, now the system is going to show you for those that I already told you, the more, let's say more information, more specific information. First of all, the pre-foreclosed. How many pre-foreclosed were? 314 on the subject area. And how many were in the county area? These ones. Now, how many of those pre-foreclosures are active for sale? 6. How many of those are not active for sale? The difference. How many of those are pre-foreclosed with less than 0% of equity, okay? These are considered, these 30 are considered to be upside down. Remember, if the equity is really low, the debt to equity is really low, that means that the property is upside down. How many of those are with more than 0 equity? This amount. And how many of those are with more than 30% equity? This amount. So the majority of the pre-foreclosures, they have some kind of debts, okay? Comparing that to the market value of each property, of course. So the information will be there, again, quantity and percentage for both areas. And you can see the same graphics in this kind of bars, okay? There it will show you. Next, it will be the foreclosures, okay? The ones that are already foreclosed, sorry. So how many of those are active for sale? None of them. And how many of those are not active for sale? All the 12 in this case. And the graphics right there. Then it goes for the upside down, not in foreclosure, okay? Remember that a property can be upside down. Let's say that they have debts, okay, based on the mortgage, even though that a case of foreclosure haven't been opened, okay? In this case, it's telling us that these are the many properties that are in that case, and 4 of them are active for sale. The other ones are not active for sale, okay? Next, you will see the graphics for that information. You will also see the graphics for the properties that are active for sale. How many of all of the total properties in both areas are listed? Okay, there you have. How many of those are listed with a 30% equity or more? This will be a potential equity, okay? The equity for the active for sale is different from the foreclosures that use a debt to equity. There it is. So all of them are active for sale, but the equity it doesn't reach 30%, okay? So that's why you don't have in that area. In the county, you have 10 with 30% or more, and only 1 with that is considered to have, oh, that is a foreclosure, sorry. a pre-foreclosed and a foreclosed with 30% of more. The graphics are right there also. Right here, you can also see how many properties were sold in the past 6 months in that area, okay? So total sold, these ones, average of the sold ones, of course, it will be this. How many of those are active for sale at the moment? How many of these ones that were sold in the past 6 months are active again for sale, okay? These ones. So maybe people here like flip the properties or fix and then is selling again, okay? The amount of the month of inventory that is based on the average days on the market for both areas, subject area and county area. The graphics will be there. And this is a description for the average sold price based on the past 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months for both areas. So you can see if the prices are going up or going down. In this case, in that area that I selected on the map, based of what happened 12 months ago and what happened 3 months ago, the prices are going down, okay? That is what you can see here on the graphics, you see? The prices were higher a year ago than the prices, the sold prices that are maybe recently, okay? So average sold price. And then you will see the same graphic, but based on the median sold price, okay? And again, I can see that is actually pretty much the same. Remember that the median is a different calculation, but there you can see it, okay? Median sold prices and average sold prices. This is what the X-ray report will show you guys whenever you do the search through the map and select the property here, select the area directly on the map and use the X-ray report. Same way as I already showed you, you can print it, you can save this report and share with anybody. Next report, and I'm going to go to a different county again. Let's go to Palm Beach. Palm Beach, right here. In Palm Beach, I want to use the discount report, okay? And remember, you can draw the shape on the map, whatever is the shape that you want to use. Let me use this one. Click on the report that you are interested in, and you don't need to only use single families, okay? You can create a report for any type of property. Single family, condo, towns, and villas, multifamily, depending of the number of units. So more than 10 units or less than 10 units. Commercial, vacant lands, mobile homes, or any others, okay? Let's generate this one for condo, towns, and villas, for example, in Palm Beach, the discount report. Click on apply, and let me show you what is the information that you will get. In that area that I selected, the system is going to take the pre-foreclosure details, okay? It's going to give me the 10 or maybe 10 or 20, depending if there are not that many, okay? Properties that are considered to be pre-foreclosures, but only the ones that were already sold, okay, in the past year. That is what it takes. So these properties right here is showing me the addresses, the zip codes, the plaintiff, the known debt, and the sold prices, okay? So the discount report is the difference between the known debt and the sold price. As you can see, if you subtract these two amounts, you will get the difference. And that representing in a percentage, it will be the discount rate, okay, or a percentage, okay? And the number of short sales. Sorry, something that I didn't mention. Apart from being pre-foreclosure and sold, these properties they were in a short sale type of foreclosure, okay? That's why you are not going to find that many. Usually it's like 10 or 5 or like maximum 20 in an area as big as I selected, okay? So that is what the discount means. Pre-foreclosures that were in a short sale, okay, situation, the difference between the known debt, if you don't know what is the known debt, at the moment that a foreclosure case is open, the owner is notified with the lease pendants. At that moment, they notify how much is the debt, okay? And that is what is in public records. It's not, it might be not the debt at the moment that they pay, the property is sold, maybe the debt is bigger, is higher, but that is something that the county doesn't register. They only register the known debt at the moment that the case was open. So the difference between that and the sold price will give you this amount, in this case, for this property, and that will be the discount report, the discount rate, sorry. I have questions, let me see. In what situation will be using this report? Day of foreclosure again. That is something that I cannot answer for you, sorry. We in customer service, we don't work on real estate. So this report is something that you can use if it's convenient for your business, but I cannot tell you when it will be convenient for your business to use it, sorry, okay? It's an information, the system has a lot of information for you to use if that is something that you need, sorry. Excellent, you're welcome. Okay, now the bottom graphic is going to show you the ones that were foreclosed, okay? Properties that were foreclosed. Again, they have a case registered, a known debt. They also were sold and they were also in a short sale. So properties here, you can see also there are 9 properties in this case. You can see the known debt when the properties were sold, okay? And the difference and the discount, the discount rate also will be there. It might be the same properties as before, sorry, right here. Sorry, I was showing you again the graphic at the top, the foreclosure, okay? There it is. The discount reports are there. Next, you will see the graphics. So first graphic is going to show you the pre-foreclosures. Second graphics are going to show you the foreclosed. So how many of those pre-foreclosures were sold in a short sale type of situation? 10 on the subject area versus the county, 54. 54, sorry. The average days of short sale on the subject area and on the county. The average amount of discount on the subject area and the county. And the average percentage of discount, again, on the subject area and the county, okay? Next, the foreclosure sold details. You can see there, same graphics, except with the percentage of the judgment date. What is the difference between then, they? A pre-foreclosure can be sold directly to, like, by the owner. The owner decides to sell the property, pay their debts, gain maybe a little of profit, we don't know. But a foreclosed property goes to an auction, okay? That is the difference. So you can see here the days of sale after the judgment date for the subject area that I selected versus the county, okay? That is everything that this kind of report, the discount report, will show you, okay? Again, it's an information that at any time you can print, save the PDF file on your computer, save it in your ReiFax account, and then share the link so anybody can see that information, okay? It will be there. I don't see more questions about the discount report. Okay, let me see here. Remember, the chat is open and also the Q&A part of the system if you have any questions. Okay, no questions. Let me clear again. And let's select again another county. Let's go, which county should I go? Sorry. Here. Let's go to Hillsborough. Let's see there, Hillsborough on the top, up here. Let's see here on this county, the subdivision report. For this one, you don't need to select an area on the map. It's not necessary because the subdivision report is going to show you all the subdivisions that are in any county. So if you want to see them, just select the county here in your filter and use the subdivision report. Again, you can use it for single family properties or any other. Let's say that here I'm interested in multifamilies with less than 10 units. I want to see which are the subdivisions that have those type of properties, okay? Click on apply and it will show you again all the subdivisions that have multifamily with less than 10 units, okay? And the information for each subdivision name, you will have it here, but then you have all of these columns for information. The first column is going to show you the total properties. So let's say that I want to organize these subdivisions for the ones that have more properties than others. So I'm going to select to sort descending. There it is. So this is the subdivision that has more multifamily properties, okay? And I can go back and do a search for searching this specific name of subdivision, okay? Or this one, or this one. Next is going to show you how many distressed properties are in each subdivision. Again, if you want to sort now based on the distress, it will be this subdivision, the one that has 3 properties, okay? Next, it will be the properties that are pre-foreclosed. So how many properties? I want to find the most always. So I'm always going to sort descending. Which subdivision is the one that have more properties that are pre-foreclosure? It will be the same one as the distress, okay? Distress and pre-foreclosure means the same. Foreclosed, how many of those are foreclosed? Let's see. These 4 right here. They have 1 property that was foreclosed. Now, total upside down, not in foreclosure. Again, you can sort ascending, descending, none of them. Okay, good. And active for sale. I want to see the subdivision that has more of the properties that are active for sale. So Nebraska Avenue Heights is the one that have 3 properties, multifamily with less than 10 units listed for sale at the moment. Then this one has 2, 2, 2, and the rest 1. At least on this view that I'm seeing, okay? Then it goes to 0 right there. I can see one question, let me see. It's 1 year, Davison, sorry, Carolina, 1 year. Properties that are, that were sold in the past year. And the properties that are active for sale are the ones that are active for sale at this moment, okay? That's it. You're welcome. Next, you can see here the pre-foreclosures with more than 30% equity, okay? Again, sort ascending, descending, whatever you need. Next, you can see the total sold in the past 3 months. So let's see only the ones that were sold in the past 3 months. Grand Park in Hillsborough has sold 5 properties, okay, or has sold, no. That subdivision has 5 sales registered for multifamilies with less than 10 units, okay? Then the month of inventory, you will have the information there. You will also have the median sold prices, okay, in the past 3 months. So you can see, not an average, a median price for how much those properties have been sold in this specific subdivision, okay? And if you need to go and find the subdivision, let's say that this is the subdivision that you want to analyze, then you can go to the search, okay? Grand Park, search, and through the filters on public records, scroll down to the end, and right here is the subdivision name. Leave it on exact and write down the subdivision name. It was Grand Park. So I want to see everything there in Grand Park. Also, select the type of property so you don't find the ones that you don't need to. Let's go for the multi-families and do the search, okay? And that's how you can maybe try to find a subdivision that you don't know, that you are not aware, and try to see. So the total 80 properties, remember that the subdivision was showing you, they are going to be right there in your results. You can see how many of those were sold in the past 2 years. The report only shows you the past year. How many of those are active or not active, it's up to you, okay, to analyze all of this. Any question, guys, about the subdivision report? Remember, I didn't find a lot of subdivision only because I'm using multifamilies with less than 10 units. If I use the report for, if I use the report for single family, I'm going to find more subdivisions, of course, you see, for single families. All the subdivisions that have single family properties. And of course, the information here, it will be substantial more, we'll have more information there. Okay, I don't see any questions, but remember, you can print, you can save, you can share, you can have a PDF file of any report. In this case, you do need to select the properties that you want to, okay? Sorry, the subdivisions that you want to have in that report. You can organize the pages, see, too many pages, but organize them 250 per page, and that way you have less pages to select. So if you select the first 50, then go like that, okay? That's all. Let's go now back to the search. As you can see, those are the 4 reports that you can generate on the search, but we have another, okay, type of results. Let's go here at report, sorry. Let me just show you from one of these properties. I'm going to randomly select number 8 because that is the number that I like. So let's go to this property. Inside the overview, remember, you do a search, you see the results. And if you click on any of the properties from this view, that is the grid view or the detail view, okay? So you can see all the properties organized like this. Let's wait for the images to load. If you click any property from here, or if you click any property from the map view, okay? You can enter the overview of any of these, okay? Here is property number 8. If you click inside, it will take you now to the overview where you can see all the information that we have about one address at a time. So remember, this is a multifamily. Maybe it's not a good example because we are not going to have comparables. Maybe, okay? Sometimes the system doesn't find comparables if there are not that many other buildings with the same site nearby, especially for multifamilies, okay? So you can try this. Even though I do have some kind of comparables, let me just check them here. Yes, there are. There are no rental comps, no B&B comps, okay? Let me do this for, again, Hillsborough. Oops. But let's go for condo towns and villas, okay? Let me try to find a property that we can see a lot of things in the overview. Oops, I did something wrong. For sale, there it is. Condo, towns, and villas that are listed for sale. Let's go to property number 1. Okay. If it's a condo, town, or villa, or if it's a single family, then you will see for all of them, surely, not only the comparables, a lot of comparables, but the system will also calculate for you a rental value, a market value, sorry, that you can use, or a rental value, or a V&V value, or even an active value that you can use in the reports that are there also in the system, okay, in the overview. So again, you have here also the subdivision report, the X-ray report, and the discount report. If you are agents, let us know your license number and we can activate the absorption rate report right here, okay? But here there are 2 other reports that you can use. The first one is the property analysis report, the PA report. Let's say, for example, that you want to gather all the information that we provide, all of this information, all of this stuff for this particular property, okay? So you can just use the PA report, select everything. You can also select here an X-ray report if you want to, or if you need to. I'm not going to use it. I already show you what the X-ray report shows, okay? But I want to gather all the information about the details, listing details, all the comparables that I can get, and also the mortgage, okay? And click on apply. And there it is. My information at the top, the property information right here, including the market value that we on ReiFax calculate for any single family property or condo, town, and villa, an active value in this case, this property is active for sale. So it has the listing price and it also has the last sold price. I can see that it has pool, waterfront, 2 bedrooms, the size, okay? I can see the details. When the property was last sold and for how much, the information that the appraiser has there for this property. The subdivision is right here. I can see there is only 1 unit, okay? This is the information. It's a condo there. The sale history, you can see it. Oh, it has improved a lot. Since, well, 1998 until now, they are selling the property for this. Look at the difference. Okay, the information of the owner will be there. In my case, because remember that I have the professional dialer, I can also see all of this information right here, okay? The professional dialer will give you information about the owner or the relative, okay? If you don't have the professional dialer, you can only see this side, and that is the information that was registered on public records. If a property is listed for sale like this one, you can see the listing details, okay? If you have the permissions for a realtor, of course. You can see all the remarks that the agent have registered about that property, the agent information also there, all the comparables that we offer, they are right there. All the active comms, the distress comms, rental comms, there are many. B&B comms, there are nothing right here. So anywhere nearby in the half of mile away, there are no properties that are B&B, bed and breakfast, okay? Comparables of this one. The last information that this property has is a mortgage, but it will be there. So if a property is a foreclosure, you will see a tab for a foreclosure and you can generate that in the report. Or if a property is a probate, you can see another tab for the probate and the report will also generate that. If a property has open violations, if a property has debts on taxes, okay? You can see all the tabs here and that can be also generated in the property analysis report, okay? You can go here and now select your own comparables if you want to. Let me just select 3 of these. Sorry, I did something wrong. Let me refresh. My computer just stuck there for a second. Let me do the search again, guys. Oh, sorry, Hillsborough, and this was condos that were listed for sale. Let me just go back to that property. Okay. So let's say that I want to generate the report with these comparables only. 5 comparables here and 2 comparables here. Okay. Then I can again go back, click on report, PA report, generate, and instead of having all of those comparables, and now I can only have the report with the 5 comparables that I selected, okay? And the 2 ones that I selected here. Property analysis report, you can print it, you can save it. The last report, guys, it will be the BPO report. It's an analysis between the comparables only. The comparables that were sold and the active comms. Again, my system is just crashing. I don't know why. Need to check if it's something maybe general, if you are also having the same issue when you are going through the comparables. Condos for sale. Shouldn't act like that. It shouldn't stay there that way. Okay, now let's generate the BPO report. You see, you have 2 options, the comparables that were sold or the comparables that are active for sale at the moment. Click on apply and the report will show you that, okay? All the information of the comparables that you selected. First ones, the ones that were sold. Here are 5. So first property, the distance, how far away is this property from this subject right here. How the bill value, the property type, the land value, the number of histories, tax value, units, address, beds, the city, when the property was last sold will be right there, okay? The gross area, the folio number for each comparable, for how much that comparable was sold. Now you can see the sold prices here too, okay? You can download this report showing only the information about the comparables. In this case, because these ones are listed, if you have the permissions for a realtor, you can also see the pictures inside or outside of any property that is listed for sale. That was all for today, guys, showing you around the different reports and the information that you can see directly on your dashboard. Let me know, please, if you have any last questions. We don't see anything else on the chat or the Q&A. Thank you for having me. Thank you for joining this webinar. Remember, every Friday at 10 a.m., we have different webinars or different subjects in these webinars. And you can join, you can participate live, or you can watch these webinars after, okay? We have them here directly on your control panel. You can click on webinars and you can watch any of the webinars that we have done. They will be here. Or also watch the tutorial videos, the short tutorials that we have saved. If you need to watch a tutorial, just open the folder. Okay, for example, in the control panel, I want to know about how can I edit my profile information, okay? There it is. It will open for you directly the video, or if you do the same with the webinar, it will open for you directly the webinar. You can also go to our YouTube channel. From here, just go click on watch on YouTube. If you are in the homepage, reifax.com, click on YouTube, youtube.com, and there you can subscribe to our channel. You can turn on the notifications so you will be notified whenever we upload a new video or a new tutorial as well. Thank you guys for having me. I hope that you have the greatest weekend. Take care, please. Enjoy. Have a great day. Bye-bye.